Aloha to all of you attending the HNGA annual conference. I really wish that I could have been there in person to attend, not only because I'm one of you and belong there, but because of the tough decisions that we as a country have to make concerning our national priorities and our overall military force structure. As you know very well, after more than a decade of war in the Middle East, continuing emerging threats around the globe, and across-the-board defense budget cuts, it's more important now than ever that at every level we are taking a clear-eyed look at our national security priorities, our total force assets, as we forge a strategic path forward with very specific objectives. There's no question that we're at a time of transition and change in our country. Everyone realizes that. We have to do more with less. We have to be smarter in our execution. We have to collaborate and recognize the assets that we have available, both internal and external, and make sure that we're maximizing the use and effects of these resources. But central to all of these things is that we as a nation and as a military must have a very clear objective. If we continue to over-focus on today's threat environment, we fail to prepare for tomorrow's traditional and non-traditional national security threats. The Guard has played a strong historic role in defending our nation against both kinds of threats. Following a period of war, it's traditionally known that the active military is downsized in favor of a strong National Guard presence, the foundation of which is our nation's historic reliance on the citizen soldier. Right now, as you know, this balance is in question, both in Congress and the Pentagon. The strength of the traditional National Guard is at risk, and its forces could be cut precisely at the time when our role should be expanding. In today's Guard, you serve two very critical roles: training directly with other nations' military forces through the State Partnership Program, as well as responding to domestic emergencies and natural disasters. The Guard has established more than 65 security partnerships that include 71 nations and has dedicated nearly 19,000 personnel to theater cooperation and SPP engagements last year alone. You maintain a tremendous ability to combat emerging cyber threats, perform intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions, because Guard soldiers are IT experts, critical infrastructure specialists, law enforcement officers, and academics. The list goes on and on. Each of you serve as an essential resource to combat 21st century national security threats, both at home and abroad. I wish you all the very best for what I know will be a very productive conference as you continue to build relationships that make our organization strong. It's time now for us to empower the National Guard as we write the next chapter in our country's future. With the appropriate support and investment, the legacy of today's Guard will be not only as a strategic reserve, but of a proactive, highly skilled tool of smart power. You are my friends and my fellow soldiers. We grew up together and have served together, sometimes under tough circumstances. I'm proud to say that the bond that we share cannot be broken. Balancing priorities is what we do, and we can accomplish much because of our collective and diverse experience. Mahalo nui loa for inviting me to share some thoughts with you today. I look forward to seeing you soon, preferably at home, but if you come to Washington, let me know. Mahalo for your service and your leadership, and my best wishes and aloha to all of you.